ability to take his properties, including this apartment behind me. Aaron?
I'm Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Why they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man.
Hey, Money Mayweather, Floyd, don't think you gonna surprise me with that big tractor trailer with all them cars on it. I done seen your cars. I done seen them.
Shockwaves are hitting the empire of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Reports are swirling that millions of dollars worth of his assets have been locked down amid a staggering $42 million fraud lawsuit. For a man who built his legacy on wealth, power, and total control, this development has sparked serious tension behind the scenes. But Mayweather isn't backing down. He maintains that his financial records are clean and that his tax obligations have been fully handled. According to him, this storm didn't start in a courtroom. It started in the headlines. He argues that the public is being fed a one-sided narrative, shaped more by sensationalism than facts. The undefeated champ is flatly rejecting the accusations. In his view, the situation has been exaggerated, distorted, and amplified by misleading coverage. What some are calling a financial scandal, he's calling a media-driven frenzy. Now, as legal pressure mounts and speculation grows louder, the question isn't just about money, it's about reputation. And for someone whose brand has always revolved around dominance, this may be one of his toughest battles yet.
Especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd.
Now the criticism isn't just coming from a courtroom. It's coming from the rap world. Rick Ross, never one to hold back, took aim at Floyd Mayweather Jr., throwing subtle shade at the boxing icon's changing lifestyle. Ross pointed out something fans have quietly noticed. The once constant parade of supercars seems to have slowed down. The endless clips of garages packed with rare exotics? Not so frequent anymore. For years, Mayweather made luxury part of his identity. Private jets, diamond-encrusted watches, mansions across the country, and of course, fleets of high-end cars lined up like trophies. That over-the-top display wasn't just personal taste, it was branding. It reinforced the image of a man who had more money than he could ever spend, but Ross jab hints at a different reality. When the flexing fades, people start asking questions. Behind the scenes, reports suggest that Mayweather's aggressive spending may have created complications of its own. Massive purchases come with massive tax consequences, and it's alleged that those obligations weren't fully accounted for. While the cameras captured the latest car delivery or custom timepiece, the growing tax liabilities attached to those assets reportedly went unaddressed. That imbalance, prioritizing image over paperwork, may now be catching up to him. What once symbolized dominance and success could be contributing to mounting financial pressure. And as tax authorities circle, the same lifestyle that built his legend may also be complicating his present. The bigger picture? Flash is easy. Managing the fine print that comes with it is a different fight altogether.
Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow to stay educated.
When reports about his financial troubles began circulating, Floyd Mayweather Jr. decided to speak up. In an effort to quiet the noise, he revealed that he had sent a massive $26 million payment to the IRS, presenting it as proof that he was handling his obligations. On the surface, it sounded like a decisive move, a bold statement meant to shut down critics and reassert control over the narrative. But instead of calming the storm, It intensified it. Almost immediately, questions started flying. Was that payment enough to settle everything? Or was it just a portion of a much larger balance still hanging over him? Skeptics began wondering whether the figure represented the full scope of what he owed, or merely a step toward resolving deeper financial issues. Rather than ending the speculation, the announcement opened the door to more scrutiny. What was meant to demonstrate stability ended up adding another layer of intrigue. And in the court of public opinion, every new detail only seems to make the story more complicated.
He replies to them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, I mean, $26 million.
They just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you're Jewish? Convert just for this Christmas.
The financial pressure surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. doesn't stop at tax headlines. It stretches far beyond them. Reports claim he's carrying enormous obligations, including more than $33 million allegedly owed to Gervonta Davis, along with a separate outstanding balance tied to business dealings in Dubai. If accurate, those figures paint a picture of mounting liabilities stacking up behind the scenes. And just when critics thought the spending might slow down, news surfaced of yet another eye-popping acquisition, a $42 million asset added to his portfolio. Instead of silencing doubters, the purchase sparked even more debate. Observers are questioning the logic. How does someone facing substantial debts continue to make headline-grabbing buys? To some, it signals confidence. To others, it suggests risky financial management. The contrast is hard to ignore: heavy obligations on one side, lavish investments on the other. And as scrutiny intensifies, many are wondering whether the same boldness that defined his career in the ring is now shaping high-stakes decisions outside of it.
Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. What, they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey, man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him. Do anybody find it strange that your boy Floyd is on all the IRS money, on Dubai money, on Gervonta Davis money, but yet we have all this stuff, all that flash that y'all see, but y'all realize, man, he get a lot of that stuff free. Now, guys, I'm not hating, because that is my favorite boxer, man. And like I said, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, and I love his grind. He's a hell of a fighter, but man, hey, man, let the chips fall where they may, man. Everybody can get it on my channel. I'm just putting out that news, man, like the feds is putting it out there, because the feds is all in that, man, business right there, man. How you on all these millions? But man, stay tuned for that next.
Behind the scenes, troubling whispers are growing louder around Floyd Mayweather Jr. and the way he manages his money. Several business associates have reportedly suggested that his monthly spending often outpaces what he brings in. For someone who built an empire around the image of limitless wealth, that revelation has raised serious eyebrows. The lifestyle itself is no secret. Exotic supercars lined up like collectibles, private jets on standby, multi-million-dollar estates in prime locations. For years, those symbols of excess were part of his brand, proof that he wasn't just winning fights, he was winning at life. But insiders claim there's a costly downside to that non-stop luxury. According to those familiar with his operations, financial obligations, especially taxes, haven't always received the same attention as the next high-profile purchase. While the spotlight focused on diamond watches and custom vehicles, critical paperwork may have been pushed to the background. If true, that imbalance could explain the mounting scrutiny. Flashy spending can grab headlines, but overlooked responsibilities can quietly create pressure that builds over time. And now, as questions intensify, the image of effortless wealth is being tested like never before.
Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
He probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. We say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved
that's
up.
A fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they.
Over the years, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has never been shy about talking numbers, especially when those numbers sound jaw-dropping. At one point, he boldly claimed he pulls in $3 million every single month, even suggesting his income outpaces that of tech billionaire Bill Gates. It was the kind of statement designed to reinforce his larger-than-life persona, the undefeated champion, not just in the ring, but in the bank account too. But outside the spotlight, financial analysts weren't convinced. Experts quickly pushed back, arguing that such consistent monthly earnings would require extraordinarily stable and diversified revenue streams. Without regular mega fights or massive business launches happening non-stop, they say those figures simply don't align with typical income structures, even for global stars. To critics, the claims sounded more like branding than bookkeeping. Another headline-grabbing flex meant to strengthen the money image he's cultivated for years. Whether exaggerated or misunderstood, the comments only added fuel to the debate surrounding his finances, turning what was meant to be a show of dominance into yet another point of scrutiny.
Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, you know, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. There's that. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there.
In a move that stunned even longtime observers, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was reported to have dropped a staggering $5 million in just 1 week, snapping up new buildings and adding another jet to his collection. For some fans, it looked like classic Mayweather. Bold, flashy, untouchable. For critics watching closely, the timing raised serious red flags. With ongoing financial questions already swirling, that level of spending didn't just turn heads, it intensified the spotlight. Analysts began asking whether such rapid-fire purchases signaled confidence or recklessness. When major acquisitions happen alongside reports of tax complications, the narrative quickly shifts from admiration to concern. To many, the spree felt less like strategic investing and more like an effort to preserve a carefully crafted image, the unstoppable mogul who can buy almost anything at any time. Yet maintaining that image comes at a cost, especially when legal and financial pressures are part of the conversation. Now, instead of silencing doubts, the multi-million-dollar shopping week has amplified them. And as scrutiny deepens, the question isn't just how much he's spending, it's how sustainable that pace really is.
A con man bought the New York Islanders with fake documents and a fax machine. This is the story of one of the craziest scams in sports history. It all starts with this guy, John Spano Jr. He ran a company called Bison Group in Dallas, Texas. They leased and financed equipment, nothing major, but he was the type of guy to make it seem like they were managing hundreds of millions of dollars. In reality, he was worth less than $5 million. But John always dreamed of being a billionaire, and his way to become one was own a sports team. So in 1995, he positioned himself as a local wealthy businessman and approached the Dallas Stars ownership group as a new potential buyer. The Stars did some basic due diligence and found out that he really didn't have as much money as he was claiming, and then they just dismissed him. So then John tries again, but this time he chooses a brand new franchise, the Florida Panthers, and he actually almost bought the Panthers. But after the owners asked for more thorough financials, the deal fell through. Which brings us to 1996 and the New York Islanders. The owner at the time, John Pickett, was desperate to move the team. He bought the team during a dynasty where they won 4 Stanley Cups in a row during the early 80s. Since then, the team was on a steep decline, losing millions a year. In the early 90s, Pickett tried to sell the team, but every time it fell through. Then out of nowhere, here comes the mysterious business tycoon, John Spano, here to save the franchise. And this time Spano came prepared with fake financial documents, phony businesses, and forged letters of credit to look legit. He said all the right things, he looked the part, and Pickett was so desperate to sell the team, he did for $165 million. And with no one really looking too deep into it, even the NHL approved him. The wild part is he was given full control of the team without even making a payment. For 4 months, Spano acted as a legit owner, sat in on GM meetings, signed players, traded players, and even took interviews as the owner. However, the lies did catch up to him. Spano misses his first payment and he blames it on the bank. Then he misses a second payment and now everyone starts digging into his life. Turns out he didn't have any money at all. All of his bank statements were fake and even his financial advisors were just his friends pretending. Once the truth broke, the whole deal was void. Spano was later arrested and sentenced 71 months in federal prison. Now, something like this would never happen today, but it is pretty wild that Spano owned an NHL team for 4 months with no money.
Another headline-grabbing move has put Floyd Mayweather Jr. back in the spotlight this time for snapping up multiple buildings in New York City that on paper, it looks like a power play. Prime real estate in one of the most competitive markets in the world. A bold expansion move that suggests confidence and long-term vision, but the timing has people talking with persistent chatter about financial pressure and unresolved obligations. Critics are wondering why he would commit to such major property investments right now. Is this a calculated business strategy designed to secure steady income streams? Or is it another high-profile purchase meant to reinforce the larger-than-life image he's always projected? Supporters argue that real estate can be a smart, stabilizing asset. Detractors counter that taking on significant investments during uncertain financial periods adds risk rather than reducing it. Either way, the acquisitions have reignited debate. At this stage of his career, far removed from the consistent mega-fight paydays, every multimillion-dollar decision carries added weight. And once again, Mayweather's spending choices are fueling more questions than answers.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm the transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official.
Once again, Floyd Mayweather Jr. made headlines after boasting about snapping up multiple buildings in New York City, a bold declaration that reinforced his image as a heavyweight player in the real estate game. But as the excitement settled, deeper scrutiny began to tell a more complicated story. Independent reviews and investigative reports suggest that the situation may not be as straightforward as it first sounded. Rather than holding full ownership of entire buildings, it appears he may have secured partial stakes in certain properties instead. In other words, instead of owning the whole pie, he could be holding slices. That distinction matters. While investing in property shares is still a legitimate business move, it paints a different picture than outright ownership of multiple New York skyscrapers. Critics argue that the original claims may have amplified the scale of the acquisitions, blurring the line between strategic investment and headline-worthy flex. For supporters, it's still proof that he's active in high-level deals. For skeptics, it raises fresh concerns about whether the narrative is being inflated to maintain a powerful public image. Either way, the real estate saga adds another layer to the ongoing debate surrounding Mayweather's finances, where every claim is now examined under a microscope.
Buying 62 buildings. You buy a couple.
I'm not 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and 100
true.
and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably
so
62
think
buildings.
about it. If he has that, some of the buildings might be they might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
The pattern of inflated claims isn't just raising eyebrows, it's fueling skepticism about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and how he manages his business dealings. In a move that could only be described as over the top, Mayweather recently turned heads during a trip to Mexico when he was spotted riding in an armored tank. Yes, an actual tank. The spectacle was hard to ignore, instantly making headlines and sparking reactions across social media for many. This stunt reinforced a familiar narrative that Mayweather prioritizes grandiose displays of wealth over practical, measured financial decisions. From luxury cars to private jets, and now a military-grade vehicle, his life has often been a parade of extravagance. But moments like this highlight a deeper tension. The line between spectacle and substance seems increasingly blurred. Whether it's real estate claims or publicized purchases, each flashy move adds fuel to the debate. Fans may admire the boldness, but critics see it as a sign that image sometimes outweighs strategy in the world of Floyd Mayweather.
Viva Mexico! See you now. See.
Few things define Floyd Mayweather Jr. quite like his obsession with luxury vehicles. His social media feeds are a non-stop showcase of gleaming exotics, custom rides, and the latest high-end acquisitions. From sleek supercars to private jets parked on tarmacs, Mayweather's life has long revolved around flaunting success in the most visible way possible. Every post, every photo, and every flashy purchase reinforces the image of a man for whom wealth isn't just a number, it's a lifestyle, a brand, and a statement. For fans, it's entertainment and aspiration. For critics, it's proof that his focus often leans towards spectacle over financial prudence. Either way, his vehicles and acquisitions have become as synonymous with his persona as his undefeated record in the ring.
You only deal with the best. So today, I purchased 3 vehicles. Give them the breakdown, Chadwick. Give them the
2025 Cadillac Escalade V ESV. This is a supercharged motor version. But the best car you purchased is...
what about this? I bought this today.
Brand new 2025 matte blue G63 AMG.
And let's walk down here. Check this out. Come. My new toy.
Give them the breakdown. This is a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. This is the most rare of all the Chirons ever produced. One of 60. This is a one-of-one spec. All of the whole body is carbon fiber exposed in blue, and it's been painted. You can see there's blue exposed carbon as you...
It's not just cars and private jets. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s love for luxury extends to his watches. His collection reads like a catalog of the world's most exclusive timepieces, each one a statement of status and extravagance. Mayweather regularly shares glimpses of these watches on social media, from diamond-encrusted designs to limited-edition masterpieces, keeping fans and followers constantly aware of his wealth. Each post reinforces the image of a man who doesn't just enjoy success, he displays it in every imaginable form. For Mayweather, these opulent accessories aren't just fashion, they're part of the persona he's built. Untouchable, bold, and unafraid to live life on the grandest scale possible.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Avi & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Avi & Co. As you can see, Avi & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course. Just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys a breakdown.